Hey everybody, and welcome to Fuzz on the Mic. I'm Steve Delasala, and seated with me as usual are Mike and Jason Levy.
Nope.
Every week
I'm going to do a new
he's got
sound.
new horrific sound effect. And we'll get right into it. Also with us is a good friend of ours, Jamie Root.
Hey guys, I don't have a fun sound like Jason, but
No, Jason's sound wasn't fun.
oh,
No, I thought it was.
I thought it was
great. In
I
my mind,
laughed.
it was fun.
So, Jamie is a filmmaker in every sense of the word. She's making all kinds of great short films, web series, and I just heard that her goal this year is to release one every month until the end of the year. So you guys should definitely check out her YouTube channel. It is JFR Media, where you could see all of these different things. Is that right, Jamie? Did I make that up, or is that true?
that's mostly accurate, yeah.
Mostly. What was incorrect in that statement?
Actually, none of it was incorrect.
You just didn't like it all.
The only part that was incorrect was that we're good friends. That she's like, we're out. I'm out. I'm leaving. We're no longer friends.
There's actually like a knife like to my leg under the table.
That's not a knife.
I thought it was like a pretty dull blade. I didn't understand.
Oh, sorry, but you walked yourself into that.
Well, Jamie also was the assistant director on our upcoming horror feature film, Stream, and she did an incredible job, and it was her first time doing that, and now you've gotten multiple assistant directing AD jobs.
Yeah, I don't know how. I think I walked into that one too and just never walked out of it.
People have told me recently, because I've done ADing, obviously, before you have, and they're all saying Jamie is better, and they all want to get rid of me and bring you on. So,
Tip
of the hat.
That's not that much of a compliment.
I
No,
was gonna say,
Michael's
like-
the most useless person on set. So
No, it's funny that I've gotten 3 AD jobs since then, and then like a 4th one in pre-production right now, and it's crazy.
All right, well, I was going to just round out the rest of the services you offer people, which if anyone needs a commercial, something like that, headshots, all of these things,
I
Jamie
do
is very
those.
talented, and she can do all of these things for you. The one thing that I was told not to bring up that you do is shoot weddings. And I want to read a quote, an exact direct quote from Jamie,
Oh no.
which is, whenever people ask what I do, and I say I have a production company, the first thing they say is, oh, so you do weddings. And I'm like, and then I got 3 facepalm emojis after that. So I think we can relate to this, because we tell people we have a production company all the time, and I know their response is always, without fail, oh, so you guys do porn, right?
It's true.
Always.
So we don't get the wedding one, we get the porn one.
But see, why? Like, why do you guys? Is it because I'm a female? I get the weddings, and you guys get the.
Well, maybe they
porn?
think if they say to you, you do porn, they think it's some kind of sexual harassment.
That's true.
And
or
some kind
they
of
have a
past.
fantasy that they want to do porn, and this is their big breakthrough that they.
I
met
think
people.
It's
that's what
probably
it is. I
better
think
they
it's
don't
a
ask
dream.
me, I guess.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, we never get do you do weddings, ever. It's always do you do porn.
It's
It's always porn. So that's so we.
That's so
The
weird
point
to
is,
me.
we understand the exasperation when people just kind of pigeonhole you, and you do
Yes.
all these different things.
Yeah.
So
no,
now is your opportunity to tell the world all these different things you do, and if one of them may or may not be porn.
no, I haven't done porn
Yet.
yet.
Well, I didn't really want to talk about porn as much as I wanted to talk about your expertise in weddings. Not necessarily in filming them, but since you are at weddings all the time,
All
you've
the
seen
time.
every type of wedding in every type of place.
Really have, yes.
Who
Yeah.
throws the best wedding? Who throws the worst wedding?
Nationality-wise, you're asking?
Best is.
Yeah.
I think that's subjective. I think who could throw the biggest wedding? I think Indian weddings.
I was just about to
have
say
been,
Indians.
They're
They
like
come in on
3-day
elephants. It's weird.
which is really fun. I've
seen
shot
that?
one. Oh yeah, yeah,
Wow.
that's really cool. And horses too. Yeah, but they're like 3 days long, and then like the ceremony alone has like at least 300 people there. Or at least the ones that I've been to. But so they're definitely the biggest.
How do you shoot a 3-day wedding?
You go
3
each
days
day
and shoot it.
Well, what does
But
a
it's
3-day
three-
wedding
it's-
entail, though? Like,
yeah,
what
it's like
is it?
nonstop.
Like, it can't just be a 3-day party. There has to be like at least
No,
some
there's
kind
like
of
a
structure.
ceremony.
Right.
Yeah, like the one day there's like a ceremony, then like the next day there's like the I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but like the barat, which is like the parade on the horse or the elephant or whatever, and then that goes into a ceremony, and then there's the reception, and then the next day I forget what's on the 3rd day.
He rose again.
That's
Oh my
the
god, she's
That was
so
great.
funny.
He didn't rise again.
No,
He just rose once.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But
Well, how is it, because obviously there's a formula, there's a format to everything. There's a format and a formula to shoot a film, to do a commercial, to do a music video, and there's also one for wedding. So do you find that obviously doing the weddings over a period of time, what is this?
You get
Jason's
that, what
making
you're
fun of
fucking
your
doing?
hand gesture.
If
the
anyone's
whole
watching the
time.
video, I urge you to watch it because all he does is rub the table like it's a fucking woman. And he's sitting there rubbing it for 20 minutes, and I'm looking at him trying to explain his point because he doesn't know what
I
to do with
follow
his
the
hands.
F, I do the Z's.
No, you're rubbing it like it's weird.
No, because there's texture. So I just...
So this is a good time to mention that all of these episodes, if you care to see video footage of them, there is extended versions available on our Patreon. So if you find the link in the description to the show or on our Instagram or on our website, wherever, it's patreon.com/FuzzOnTheLens. You could support the show and see longer versions of it and see exactly what Mike's rubbing.
And video, right. Longer versions with video.
So Indian weddings are the big ones. Now, I'm curious, like, what if you mix an Indian wedding with something else? So, like, what if, like, an Italian guy marries an Indian girl, Indian wedding takes over? Is it like they have the traditions, it becomes an Indian wedding, or do you just start having Italian wedding soup and doing the tarantella with all these, with the elephant? You know what I mean? Like, what happens?
No, actually, in that case, that happens a lot. It's they have like an infused wedding, so their ceremony, like, I mean, that's totally up to the couple, but usually they'll do something like I've been to weddings where they have like a Chinese tea ceremony, and then they have like a more typical Christian ceremony for their vows, and they'll have like
So are those
elements.
better or worse in your opinion?
They definitely keep it interesting because it's not what you're used to, but I think they add an element of like.
I mean, it's pretty cool that you have such a heartbeat and a pulse on culture, because going to weddings, you really get to see how different cultures celebrate big events. And that's, I didn't even know about the Chinese tea. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they have like a tea ceremony.
Right, a tea ceremony. I had no
All the
clue.
weddings I go to are the same.
Right. 'Cause,
Right.
I mean, all
It's
you
just
know
all
is
you know is
Italians
how
from New
Irish
York.
they are by how big the bar is.
Right.
Like, that's all that you can tell.
But you never heard of the ceremony? Did you ever hear that in the Italian wedding? A ceremony?
What?
What?
The sem. You never did that?
The sen?
Yeah, we didn't do it at your wedding because you're half Irish. We're half Irish, so we didn't do it. It's when everyone gets together and they beat the shit out of each other with semolina bread.
Wait, for a second, I was really nervous. I was like, my boyfriend's Italian. Like, what am I gonna?
Well, get ready. He's about to beat the shit out of
He's
everyone
gonna,
with
put on, he's
semolina.
gonna put on that wife beater and then break out the semolina bread.
That's what they do.
Oh,
They
gosh.
start beating the shit out of it. Like, they joust with it. It's like crazy crap. It's
As a
semolina
public
bread.
service announcement, that is made up. But Jason is planning a wedding.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a sem
So,
ceremony.
like, what is your advice to Jason?
Don't do it.
No, I would never say that. No, I can't give advice because I'm not like a big wedding. Like, I literally want like 7 people at my wedding, and like just the court be like, all right, you're done, and be like, all right, let's go.
So you're telling him not to invite you to your wedding? Is that was that
I think I'm busy that
Because
day.
I've been telling him not to invite me for a year now.
Yeah.
No, I think just like I would say just be involved with the planning. Like, don't let that fall on Alex. Like,
Oh, no. It's definitely falling on Alex 100%. I don't want to be involved with it. No. I mean, we're both, right now we're doing it in steps. So there's steps
Yeah.
to it. So we got to do the engagement party first. So that's happening. That's in motion.
I know people that got married and their wedding was like $40,000, which I know to you is like to New York weddings that's
Peasant
like
money.
that's like mice nuts. But they got married, and then like 10 months later they split up, and like the people that were involved were so offended because we spent thousands of dollars on you guys.
Let me ask
Right,
you a question
so-
now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to
the
ask you.
question
I know
that I
it's
was going
something.
to ask.
Okay, you would ask it too? If you go to the wedding now, you gave them the money, right? You give them 500,000, 700,
500,000.
Listen, 500, $1,000. Okay,
Oh my God,
500,
that's a
1,000,
$1,000 is
800.
a lot.
They get
I
divorced.
usually get like $200.
Listen,
I don't go to New York weddings.
Okay,
Don't
whatever.
invite me to your wedding, Jason.
Well, they say
You're gonna be
they say
disappointed.
it correlates to the price of the wedding, so it
Oh,
depends.
so fancier. See, I
Fancy
don't like
wedding,
That's
more
why
bigger
certain
gift,
people wait
which
to see
is
the wedding before they write
also
out the check.
ridiculous. It shouldn't matter how big you want to
Yeah,
have a party.
that's-
I give you a gift that relates to my relationship with
I
you,
agree with
That's
that.
I agree
not
with
the
that.
party you had.
I agree with
It's
that.
crazy.
That's an
Anyways,
old school Italian thing.
You give the money.
Right, you give the money. Okay, they break up, they divorce. Do you get that money back?
No, of course not.
You should. You should. It's a
You're
return.
you're writing it off to as charity in your mind at that
No,
point.
no,
You're like,
no. You should
well, I
get
It's
guess
a
that.
go to
gift.
the
It's a
divorce
gift to the relationship, and the relationship
Ship is now
ended.
severed. So now I want my money
There
back.
should
Certain
be a
amount of time.
time limit.
Yeah,
There should
yeah.
be like if you're married for 30 years and it goes
That's
wrong,
different.
It is what it is.
If
But if
it's
you're married
6
for 10
months-
months, like you said,
Or 6 months.
You didn't even make a year. You didn't even make the anniversary. There should be a rebate, a refund involved.
There should be a rebate.
I
There
agree.
should be.
Sadly, it's not going to happen. I know people got married 4 times, 5 times, and then you go to the wedding and you got to keep giving them wedding gifts. I mean, now it's ridiculous.
I think this is a business Ponzi
once,
scheme
maybe
between-
twice if it. I mean, but like after
It
that,
could be a great
it's like
Ponzi
It
scheme.
could be a great
I don't know if
Ponzi
the
scheme. It'd be
Ponzi
like, oh,
scheme is
Jamie,
the
let's
right
go get
word.
married tomorrow. We'll make mad money,
Maybe
get
it's more of
divorced.
a
You know, fingers crossed
pyramid.
while
Yeah,
we're doing the
but
whole
here's
thing.
are you
and
going
make
to be
money.
making more than the divorce lawyer costs? Like, I mean,
Well, you have
guys-
an accord.
A divorce is easy when you both disagree.
Right,
to
if
it.
you're both
Oh,
agreeing.
really? I always assumed divorce was hard.
No.
No, divorce is easy. If we both say, you want this, I want that, easy peasy.
If it was your
you don't need a
plan from the
lawyer.
beginning to scam them out of wedding gifts, it'll be a quick divorce. We
Yeah.
just split the gifts and we move on, and we get married to someone else.
Yeah, but then what if they fight you on it?
They're not gonna fight.
Oh,
We have a-
wait, no, the guy and the girl are in on it
Yes,
together.
yes, that's what we're saying. Yes.
Wow, you took a while to
I'm
catch
sorry,
up to
I
that.
forgot that they were in on it together. I thought it was like a one.
No, they're in on it together.
I agree. There's too many gifts. I think there's just too many gifts. The gifts never end. It's a constant flow of engagement party, bridal shower,
Wait, that's another thing I don't
baby
get.
shower.
Like, why do you need a bridal shower if you, like, so say you and your significant other live together already, so you have, like, what gifts do you need? Like, you have dishes,
I
you know,
agree.
you have
I
a
agree.
tea kettle or whatever people ask for. I
I
have
agree.
no
Usually
idea.
that's what it's for. Like if you don't live together,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
if
to
you
get
don't
all
have
of these
them-
things that you can't afford and whatever.
But why
Or-
is everybody else supposed to be able to afford them for you? Why is it their problem?
It's
Why
not,
is
but
you
it's-
getting married my problem?
Well, the thing is,
This is what it
it's
keeps
all
turning
supposed to be
into.
reciprocal, right? You get married, I give you this. I get married, you give me that.
So let's just cut out the BS and get it for yourself.
You could. I mean, you could.
I'll say the smartest thing I've ever said on this show. Okay,
All right, this is
smartest
the second
thing.
time you've
Let me
prefixed
brace-
something
let me brace myself.
I'm going to say the smartest thing. So, this is an honest thing. The party and all that shit, it's not about, you know, the money or this and that. For me, at least, it's about the memories. So you got to pay all this money. It's about the memory. You live
what I was
once.
trying
Who
to get
gives a
before.
shit? You live once. Yeah, you got to get the pictures. You got to get this. You got to get that. But at the end of the day, it's something that you got to look back on. You say, wow, if you're still with the person 30 or 40 years later, you're going to be like, wow, I actually had a good time and created memories. The bachelor party, those and this. We had good memories at his bachelor party. A lot of good times. So, I mean, his dime, but we did. But it was still, those memories were still made that you can't get
But that
otherwise.
was my point about life, saying that life is full of like, what are you going to do if you just don't do anything?
I think it's the disconnect. You want these memories, and I don't like these memories.
You don't want those memories.
No,
That's
it's
a
just
lie.
that it's a different type of thing. I'd rather you want to go to the bachelor party. That's fine. That's better. Like you had all these people. You want to have these memories. You're gonna invite all these people. There's a cutoff with the people you're actually gonna like frame the picture with. It's your family and your closest friends. Everyone else
Can suck an egg. That's
like great.
I
Yeah,
love
agree.
you
I get
guys,
that,
but
but-
it's not. It doesn't.
I understand what you're saying, but I think it's just the overall. I think it's the overall, like he's saying, just making a memory, having people there. It's an excuse to have a memory. It's really that's what it is. It's an excuse to do something because you know what it is. We know as people, we'll do it. It never happens. So you got to plan events to make them happen.
I get that, and it's good. It's fine to plan events. I just think we should plan different events.
Yeah,
Right?
I think we should plan different events.
I'm glad at least Jamie's on my side.
I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's a big waste of all this, but if you're for it for the memories and getting people together, because it's the only time you can really force someone to do something in a weird way too, because for the
Yeah,
most
that's
part,
the
it's
issue.
the only time that is an exception. Oh, it's his wedding. I have to go. Other than that, really, when do you feel obligated to go? So that's really what it is. Like you can plan anything. Like actually, the first time at my wedding was probably I got everybody there, family and friends that you never get. So that's also.
But when you have that many people there, you can't actually spend time with any of them.
Yeah, you can't interact with them all.
I know.
So
but,
it didn't really
but
serve
you get
the
those
purpose
pictures.
you wanted.
But you do get the pictures with all the people. I have a final thought actually. What is interesting about planning a wedding that no one takes into consideration is something that I learned, and actually I thought was the most valuable, is you learn how to process things and work through things with your partner, with the person you're going to be with, because that is a big decision. You learn about custom, you learn about who to invite, how to compromise, all of these things that, like, honestly, that is what I've most learned. Like I was able to pick up, are we going to survive in life, going forward if we can't even settle on the flowers on the friggin' table? And that I think is the most important thing that I experienced from the wedding, truly, and that is something that comes out of it that's positive because you work through with your significant other.
That's interesting. So a wedding is a relationship crucible to see if you can actually survive the marriage.
It really is.
The wedding is a test for the marriage.
I think so. You're planning a lot.
I don't think a party should be so difficult, but
But there's a lot of stressful situations that
Right,
come out
you
of
see,
planning.
right, you
So
see what comes out of that.
and
Yeah.
see how your significant other handles stress
No, I get that.
and pressure.
that point makes a lot of sense. I just don't
It's the
think it
truth.
should be so hard.
Steve's gonna end up with like the most high maintenance bridezilla
Oh,
ever.
I
that
know, I
went
can't
to the
wait.
giant
And he's
party.
gonna be
And he'll
the
celebrate
biggest-
everything. He'll be in the front.
He'll be
that's-
beating
and
people with
that's-
semolina
and-
quick.
I beat myself. But that's the truth, though. That's the point, is that, like I said before, it really is up to her. I know what I want to do, but I know I'm not going to get what I want or do what I want ever in life. So it's fine. It's
Well, at least you know that now.
it's not about my happiness. It's about everyone else's. So, I mean, look, if I ever manage to find a wife and get married, I think my purpose of what I'm saying here is not to waste all this money on a magenta room in New Jersey. It's to use it to do something a little more fun. I'd rather go to Italy and make a trip out of it than put 200 people in a little room for 3 hours.
Well, you better plan a lot of trips because I don't think you're ever meeting those type of people.
What does that mean? I don't even understand what that means.
I don't think he's ever meeting a person, so he's going to take a lot of trips.
To meet the people because he wants
What
to do the
people?
trip as the wedding.
No, he's not going to meet a girl,
But he
so he might
wants-
as well do the trips.
What?
I don't get it. I don't know. He's so stupid.
You said you wanted to go away.
No, he said he wanted
I'm
to do
saying-
instead of having a
Oh.
wedding in New Jersey,
All right.
he wants to do, if he's going to have a wedding at all,
If you're going to
he's
spend
going to do it in Italy.
$50, $60, $80,000 on something, I'd rather it be a
Double it
little
and go to
more
Italy.
meaningful.
Rather double it, go to
No,
Italy.
I'd rather cut it in half and go to Italy, and it'll actually be doubly fun, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's just the point of what I'm making here.
Okay.
All right. So on that note, I think we're going to end this topic and move on. Hopefully I've convinced a few people to change up their wedding routine, do something fun at these things.
I might have mine at a Chuck E. Cheese. Affordable and brings back your
And
childhood.
it's way more fun.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
talking about, I'm saying games. Let's throw some axes.
Sure.
Let's go skeet shooting at the wedding. You know what I mean?
some
A
bumper
real
cars.
life shotgun wedding sounds a lot more fun than any wedding I've ever been to.
Yeah, but I'm sure the women would not appreciate or like that kind of a wedding.
Leave them home.
I get it. The woman may not like the shotgun, but I'm just saying activities are good. They could stay inside, men go outside. I don't care. I just want to do something other than dance and sit there and do nothing for 3 hours for $100,000. That's my point. Now you know what I think. We'd love to hear what everybody else thinks. Please let us know. Are there any other rituals or things that we missed about weddings? Any other fun facts? Any other ways to spend them?
Just like beating the shit out of each other with semolina bread. If you guys want to do that, drop a DM. I'll have guys there with bread, fresh bread, to beat the shit out of your groomsmen with. I'm going to start a service. Just end it there.